Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 223 of the Battleship Brawl Season 3 tournament. This episode we've got the Abrazor by Charcharodon going up against the Devil's Tongue Flameship by Faram 4. It's important to note that if the Devil's Tongue wins this match, it will have reached 5 lives and will be retired into the Hall of Champions. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this battle underway. Definitely a difference in speed and mobility right off the bat. The Devil's Tongue Flameship is much faster, more maneuverable, and wow, all the delayed reactions on those that heavy, high explosive cram volley landing. There's just so many blocks getting destroyed. It actually takes the game a second to figure out which ones are dead and actually destroy them. Oh yeah, the Abrazor is it's getting just absolutely shredded. Blown to pieces by the sheer number of shells hitting it. Because each of those shells is pretty weak. It's just about as weak as you can really make them. But there's so many that it still adds up. And with each gun, or at least each turret, I'm not sure if each individual barrel does it, but each turret at the very least has its own AI and individually targets. You end up just showering the ship in shells, and the Abrazor is already 2 damaged and going to despawn. There it goes, folks. That is it. This match is over with the Devil's Tongue Flameship victorious. So congratulations, Faram 4. You've got another entry into the Hall of Champions here. So we'll go ahead and do a quick cut here and take a look at this mean vessel. Okay, everyone, so here we are. This is the Devil's Tongue Flameship by Faram 4, a very formidable vessel, very powerful ship, steamrolled in, won 4 times, and is on its way to the Hall of Champions. So, first thing is, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely the you know, a gun barge type of design, but it still looks nice. It's not just a box with guns on it like some other of the of those sorts of things were. And I like these scorpion tail Brotherhood of Nod things on the back. It looks awesome. Man, that brings back some memories. Command and Conquer. Been a long time since I've played that. Anyway, it's got this oh, I know there's a name for this sort of hull shape where it's got the 2 things on it. Says a catamaran. It's sort of like a catamaran, I think, is the word I'm looking for, but not quite. It looks neat. These smoke things on the side are pretty silly. At least they look kind of they just look kind of out of place, at least with it sitting still. But it's overall, this is a very nice looking vessel. You can tell that even though Faram focused on making a powerful, deadly vehicle this time around, he still took the time and effort to put some focus into the looks of the vessel. So anyway, let's go ahead and teleport onto the thing, get in the driver's seat, and you get 42 guns. 42 guns. Just a whole bunch of tri-barrel turrets, firing probably minimum gauge shells, I would imagine. Not a little bit over minimum gauge, just a little bit over. And it is an extremely fast vessel. that has to have some sort of speed limiting thing on it, because as soon as it hit, like watch how fast this thing accelerates. Like let's get it slowed down. All right, it accelerates super fast. It should go faster than 22 meters per second, but it always cuts off at exactly 22 meters per second. There's some sort of speed limiter in here. I bet you when he's got it set to kill propellers at 22 meters per second. Ah, see, you can see the output toggling between 70 and 100. So it never exceeds 22 meters per second. That's clever. So there's got to be some, there's some ACB shenanigans going on inside here. Got some propellers on the inside of the ship. What's this? Just a hole. Not sure if these holes are intentional, or why are they here? I mean, I guess they are intentional, but because well, then you just don't put an air pump in it, and it's not sealed anymore. I guess it was to save a few materials, because it is like right up against the material limit. But yeah, so it is an extremely fast vessel. It would exceed the speed limit if Faram hadn't governed it at 22 meters per second. It definitely would, without a doubt. But it's governed at 22, and as per the rules, when you're turning like this, yeah, it goes over 22, but it doesn't go over by a lot. And the rules for 22 meters per second are for straight line speed, not turning speed, because it does this kind of stuff and it makes it really hard to deal with. But onto the turning rate, it is it's got honestly, it's got a pretty good turning rate considering how fast it's going. It's not the fastest turning rate. Like, I just noticed that when it's turning, its propellers don't drop in thrust. They stay at 100%, but as soon as you let it go and go forward, it starts flickering to keep it at 22. That is interesting. I wonder how that was accomplished. From, you're going to have to post the blueprint of this thing, because people are going to want to decipher how you did this. Anyway, it's not a super fast turning rate, but it is a pretty quick turning rate. So the agility of this vessel is pretty dang good, definitely good. And with its low freeboard, it makes it a very difficult target to hit. But anyway, I imagine this next part, the armor is not going to be very thick or heavy. With that many guns used, oh wow, okay, it's a metal and 4 meters of stone, and then metal again, and 2 layers of metal. Okay, so I stand corrected. This is fairly decent armor. This armor is fairly decent. It doesn't have any heavy armor in it whatsoever, so penetration depth shells aren't going to have a huge issue getting through it. But oh, and it's just a solid brick across some portions of it. Oh, and repair bots doing their thing. Yeah, just so this is is pretty much a solid brick of materials here, with space carved out for the propellers going down the middle, and the turrets sitting in a perfectly sized room. And this is just a solid chunk of ship, except in the stern here, and probably same thing up in the bow. Yeah, basically. Oh wait, no, this is the stern. The other side was the bow. But whatever, you know what I mean. The bow and stern are open, but the rest of it is, I would say medium armor. Not heavy, not light, medium. It's definitely going to absorb some damage, but it's not going to stop a a dedicated penetration shell from getting through. So that moves us on to the weapons, which I imagine, I'm going to check here, but I'm pretty sure they're all the same. Yeah, this is just the same prefab, so, or sub-object, whatever you want to call it. So go ahead and save it. Come out here. And no, I still haven't remembered to save a version of the weapon test platform without a weapon on it. Oh, I made it a little low. Can fix. There we go. Delete that turret. Load in the Devil's Tongue's Flameship's triple barrel turret, which is a little guy. It's not a very big turret, but I mean, I already kind of figured that. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but the fact that there's, you know, 42 of them makes up for that. Not even a particularly fast reload either, but it's how much does it cost? 9,400. So let's call that 9,500. Let's call it 9,000 just for the ease of math. Times 42 is like a lot. Yeah, I would have to break out the calculator. Yeah. I don't know. I could probably do it, but it's too early. Brain mush, yes. Anyway, go ahead and clear out the barrel. Let's see what kind of damage numbers this gun has on firing. 5750 explosive, 2535 kinetic. It does have a first impact fuse to take advantage of that little bit of kinetic damage that it has, so it doesn't detonate on the skin of a vehicle. It will actually penetrate like through a wood block. It will destroy a wood block or a wood beam inside the armor. Let's see how it does against the little faux armor mock-up thing here, which is... Yeah, I'm not surprised that it didn't even penetrate. It only blew up the sloped pieces, because it's not the individual shells that make this weapon dangerous. It's the fact that there's 42 of them. Let's see if a second volley will... Okay, a second volley blew through. And it's like once one of the... Like, with an armor setup like this, I've got the 4-meter beams are actually going this way. Like, here, I'll make it easier to see. They're, you know, like this. So when the explosion hits, like here, it only hits one block of those 4-meter beams. Or, well, it'll end up hitting 2 because it'll destroy that one, and then it can hit it. Well, no, because it's still hitting the same block. So it only hits one block of the 4-meter beams here. I don't know if that'll count as 2 hits or not. But that means that, you know, there has to be 16,000 explosive damage. Roughly 16,000, 17,000 in order to destroy one of these. Actually, it's probably more because of the AC stacking bonus. But once they do die, you know, you've got this hole here. Now the explosion can come in, and it hits all four of the blocks of this one. So suddenly this block has its health quartered. So, you know, it dies easily, and then that allows this one to die easily. And yeah, so this sort of setup is good for preventing blocks from dying in the first place, but once it actually has a hole, it becomes very brittle. I don't know why I'm manually replacing those, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know why I got off on a tangent about that armor setup anyway. Let's take a look at this this gun here. Mostly, wow, these are single? Or is there an autoloader back here? There's an autoloader back there, okay. So these are dual connected high explosives, dual connects. Looks like it has mostly dual connections with probably, I would imagine, the very center piece being a quad connection. No, there's six-way. It's a six-way connector going through the middle. Ah, but there's still these ones still have a quad connect. Or no, it's only a wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's a four-way connection there. Interesting Tetris. And I gotta admit, the turret itself, you like using the gauge stuff like this, does look pretty cool. I like it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, folks. If you think the Devil's Tongue Flameship deserves a spot in the Hall of Beauty, go ahead and upvote the comment down below that says to induct it into the Hall of Beauty. If you don't just think it deserves it, upvote the one that says do not induct. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.